Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm going to be a swim specialist this summer, and we're just going to go through a couple of the roles that you as STPs might find yourself at the waterfront. So first of all, there's the gate. When campers come up, you can put them in lines for bay or deep. Hi, what would you like to swim in?
I want to swim in the Bay Area.
Alright, stay on this side. Make sure that they have their sunscreen on.
Probably actually need that.
And then make sure that because we can only have 20 campers up when there's one guard. So just make sure that we have the right supervision for the amount of kids coming in. And when there's enough, you say, come on in. Yay! Make sure that they get their right buddy tag from their tent. And that they champ stance their way down to the other buddy board.
What's a champ stance?
That's when you put your right hand up and you grab your elbow. And this is really important because it shows the lifeguard that their tag is no longer on the board to make sure that the count is still correct. And so they don't get alarmed thinking that there's somebody drowning in the water.
Can I go?
Go ahead. Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Kaylee and I will be teaching you guys buddy board. So when a kid comes up to the buddy board, they should be in their champ stance. Hi there.
Hi.
Can I see your tag?
Yes.
The first thing you want to ask them is, what is your name? What is your name?
Alex Haas.
If the name on their tag matches the name that they said, you can put it on the board. But if it does not, you need to send them back. Luckily, Alex grabbed the right tag, so I can put him on the board. The count now moved from 2 to 3. So then I'm going to warn Nick. Nick, your count is 3.
Got it.
And Alex is then free to swim. Yeah! There's just a couple things to remember about the buddy board. Make sure that nobody gets past you unless their tag is on the buddy board. So if Alex just went by with no tag, I'd probably body check him and say, hey, where's your buddy tag? And if he didn't have it, he'd need to go back and get it, or he'd give it to me. Nobody gets in the water without their buddy tag on the board. Also, let's say Alex would like to leave.
I want to go do land sports now.
I would still have to ask him what is his name. No matter what, no matter if they're your camper, your brother, your sister, your best friend, you always need to ask them what their name is. What's your name?
Schmalix Moss? No, Alex Haas.
Alex Haas. Alright, I would then take his tag off the board, give it to him, champ stance on down, and then I would tell Nick the lifeguard, Nick, your count is 2.
Got it.
So, in an emergency situation, if you are at the buddy board, it is very important that you stay on the buddy board until all the kids are out of the water. So, Sarah's going to be coming out of the water.
Sarah Krause.
Sarah Krause, here you are.
Thank you.
And then this would be the tag of the missing camper, who is Kaylee Frederick. I would then take this tag and I would say to Nick, your board is clear. Nick then knows when I say the board is clear that he can come down from the stand and do whatever he needs to do in an emergency situation. Then I would take this tag and I would run it up to the basement of the dining hall. And that is the basics of buddy boarding.
I'm Nick Holzman, and I'm the Admiral this summer. And I'm going to teach you what to do at boating. So they will all line up here, just like this camper is doing. And
Hi there.
are you coming to boating today, laddie?
Yes.
Okay, you need a life jacket, and you're also going to have to put sunscreen on. See, that one does not fit, you can tell. So he's a little bit bigger boy, so we're going to give him a bigger life jacket. You want to try this one on?
Sure.
The life jacket has to fit. When you do that, it's got a buckle, it's got to close. I'll help you out there. And see, it does not go above his ears. Sunscreen is on. Didn't have any. So now, where are you going?
I want to go fun yakking.
Fun yakking. Okay, so now he wants to go fun yakking. And normally you want to put them in groups, so like fun yakking group, a canoe group, sailing, etc. So then it'll be easier when they come in, it's all one buddy tag board at a time. So you want to go canoeing, let the canoers in, and the staff member will open the gate.
They look like this.
And the camper will grab their buddy tag off the board and then head to the dagger, which is what Kaylee is doing. Okay, so this is the dagger. This is so making sure that no camper gets by without their buddy tag. So when the camper comes here, the dagger is going to stand here with it right here, and they're going to ask their name.
What's your name?
Alex Haas.
He did it.
There you are.
So the dagger will open up.
Wait a minute. Did I not earn your trust on the zip?
Okay, so like at swimming, you want to ask them their name no matter what. If you know who it is, you have to ask them no matter what. So what is your name?
Schmalix Mas. Alex Haas.
Alex Haas. Okay, and you have to check the buddy tag, because if he just asks and it's not his name, you gotta send him back. So it's Alex Haas, and he is going to canoeing. So on the buddy board here, there are designated areas for each thing. You have canoe, fun yak, paddle boat, etc. So you're gonna put it on the first open one. So canoe number 1. And now that his name is on the buddy board, you can send him down to get a paddle, and then down to the boating ramp where he will get into the canoe and have fun.
Yay!
Okay, so whenever the count changes in the buddy board, what you're going to want to do is yell out to the shore soup to tell the lifeguard what the count is. So you're going to go across the whole board and see what you have. I have 2 canoe, 2 fun yak, and 2 aqua tramp. So I'm going to yell out, 2 canoe, 2 fun yak, and 2 aqua tramp. And you want to look for a thumbs up by either the lifeguard and the shore soup to make sure they heard your count. And then you're good.
Hi there, I'm Alex Haas.
Hi, I'm Emily Fall.
And today we're going to be learning how to make a fire.
Woo!
So, the first thing you need when making a fire is water.
Yay,
See this
water!
big jug full of water? You need to have one of these if you're going to make a fire anywhere. And more importantly, you need to get the water before you start the fire, not afterwards. Wonderful. Now we're going to go over the key ingredients of a fire. So the first ingredient is called tinder. That can be newspaper, pine needles, and very small twigs. The tinder is what starts the fire. It catches fire the easiest. The next step is kindling. Kindling are small sticks, probably about the size of your finger, but no bigger than that. You want to also break them up into small pieces so that they can fit in the fire area. The next ingredient is logs. Logs are what is going to keep the fire burning. The first two just help to start the fire. These logs should be about the size of an arm or a leg, and when you are choosing a log, make sure that the log does not feel or look visibly wet, because wet logs will not burn very well for you. So, we've got dry logs, we've got kindling, we've got tinder. Now we can make a fire. Alright, now that we have all the ingredients for our fire, we can begin. The first thing to do is to check to make sure you have a flat surface in the fire pit. We already took care of it, but if there was any debris such as this, make sure you clear it out before you start the fire. Next, we're going to build our basic structure, which in this case is going to be the log cabin. Sometimes it may be necessary to put your kindling and your tinder down beforehand, but in this case, we can start with the log cabin. First, we want to put our tinder on the fire. We're going to put that in a central area. It's important to make sure that it's not too tightly packed, because if oxygen can't reach the tinder, it's not going to light on fire, and then we are not going to have a fire. Next, we are going to put our kindling onto the fire. The kindling should also be piled loosely in a way that allows oxygen to enter the fire. Time to light the fire. When lighting a fire at camp, always use matches. If you cannot possibly start the fire with a match, find a counseling staff member and they may be able to find you a lighter. But always use matches first. So, to light a match, you take the colored end of the match and run it along the strike pad here, away from yourself. It's usually a good idea to get close to the ground because the matches burn quickly, and make sure that you are not lighting yourself on fire, obviously. So we're going to strike the match, see now that it's lit, and we're going to hold the match against the tinder until it is lit on fire. Now you can see the tinder's going, but sometimes it's a good idea to light the other side of the fire as well, just to get an even burn. So we're going to do that in this case too. Now in a well set up fire like this one, it's going to light itself, as you can see. However, if the wood was wet or we had some other problem like extreme wind, it might be necessary to blow on the fire to make it, to allow the fire to begin. What is really important is building up a critical mass of heat. So that's why we start with the little itty bitty things that light on fire easily, and we move up to the big logs, because a big log is not going to be lit on fire by a match in any case. But having the tinder light the kindling on fire will then light the logs on fire. And that is kind of fire theory right there. But anyways, if your fire is struggling, what you want to do is get down on one knee, make sure you keep your head a good distance from the fire, and then blow into the fire like this. Turn your head away from the fire to breathe in. Oh, don't get burned in the face. And then blow again. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, was Fire Building 101, and this fire is going to be perfect for any usage. If we were going to do s'mores on it, it would probably be a good idea to let the fire burn down a bit before you let the campers start cooking the s'mores. But otherwise, this is fire! Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so when it's time to put the fire out, you want to make sure that the fire has died down a little bit. So what you're going to do is take a stick and you're going to kind of break the log cabin formation that we made to begin with. And you're going to want to spread out the hot ashes. After you've spread it out, you want to take some water and sprinkle it on the ashes. After you put some water on it, you want to spread it out again. And then repeat with sprinkling water. You're going to want to turn the logs over. Be careful if you have to touch it because they might be hot. And continue sprinkling water until it stops to smoke. You want to make sure that you really spread the ashes out, and if it's a windy day, be careful because it might start up again. So just make sure you water it enough to stop the smoking. Alright, and that's how you put out a fire.